If you're a Chihuahua parent, you've seen it. That little, full-body tremble that can happen at any moment, turning your tiny friend into a little, vibrating machine. It's one of their most well-known quirks. But have you ever stopped to wonder what's really going on? Is it just a funny habit? Or is your little being trying to tell you something important? More often than not, your Chihuahua's shivering is just a part of their unique personality and physiology. Think of it as their special way of communicating or just being a Chihuahua. Ever noticed how you grab a sweater when the air conditioning is just a bit too high? Your Chihuahua gets that, but on a whole other level. These little dogs are like tiny, living heat radiators. They have a super fast metabolism, which means they burn through energy and body heat incredibly quickly. Combine that with their small size and often thin coats, and you have a recipe for getting chilly, even when you might feel perfectly comfortable. The shiver in this case is actually a brilliant biological hack. It's their body's way of kick-starting its own internal furnace. The rapid muscle contractions generate warmth and help raise their body temperature back to a comfortable level. So if you see your pup trembling after a bath on a cool morning or while lounging in a drafty spot, they're likely just trying to warm up. A cozy sweater, a soft blanket to snuggle into, or a warm lap to curl up on is often the perfect, simple solution. Chihuahuas may be small, but their hearts and emotions are gigantic. They experience their feelings in a big way, and sometimes those feelings just have to come out as a full-body shake. It's not so different from how a person might tap their foot when they're excited or fidget when they're nervous. Have you ever seen your Chihuahua start vibrating with excitement when you grab the leash or jingle your keys? That's pure happiness bubbling over. The anticipation of a walk, a car ride, their favorite person coming home, or even just dinner time can be so overwhelming that their little bodies can't contain the glee. It's a physical expression of, "Oh my gosh, I'm just so happy." On the flip side, fear and anxiety are powerful triggers. A sudden loud noise like a thunderstorm or fireworks can be terrifying for a dog with such sensitive hearing. A visit to the vet, meeting a much larger and clumsier dog, or being in a new, unfamiliar place can be incredibly stressful. The shaking is a stress response, a way their body deals with the flood of adrenaline. It's their way of saying, "I'm a little scared right now and could use some reassurance." These dogs are smart, really smart. They quickly learn what gets them what they want. If your Chihuahua shivers and you immediately scoop them up for a cuddle or offer them a tasty treat, they'll make that connection. They might start using the shiver as a clever tool to get your attention. It's a learned behavior that says, "Hey you, look at me. I'm cute and shaky and I require snuggles immediately." While many shivers are harmless, sometimes they are your dog's primary way of signaling that something is medically wrong. It's crucial to learn to spot the difference. Think of this as the dark side of their super-fast metabolism. Because they burn through energy so quickly, Chihuahuas, especially puppies, are highly susceptible to sudden drops in their blood sugar levels. This condition, known as hypoglycemia, is serious and needs to be addressed quickly. When their sugar levels plummet, their body and brain are starved of fuel. This can cause not just shivering, but also weakness, a dazed or out-of-it appearance. And in severe instances, it can lead to muscle twitching and even life-threatening seizures. Keeping them on a regular feeding schedule with high-quality food is one of the best ways to prevent this dangerous energy crash. Scientifically called Generalized Tremor syndrome, this condition is often nicknamed shaker syndrome for obvious reasons. It causes persistent, full-body tremors that can range from mild to intense. While it's most famously seen in small white dogs like Maltese and Westies, it can absolutely affect Chihuahuas of any color. Experts believe it's caused by a mild inflammation in the cerebellum, the part of the brain that coordinates movement. The good news is that it doesn't cause pain and is often treatable with medication. Imagine you have a bad backache or a throbbing headache. You might grit your teeth or tense up. A dog can't tell you where it hurts, so they often express pain by shivering. The source of the pain could be anything, from a hidden injury, like a sprained leg from a jump gone wrong, to more chronic issues like arthritis setting into their tiny joints. Dental problems are a common culprit, as a sore mouth can be incredibly painful. If the shaking is new, seems to be causing distress, or if your dog yelps or flinches when you touch them, they are likely trying to tell you they're in pain. The brain and nervous system are the body's control center, and when something goes wrong there, it can manifest as tremors. Seizure disorders like epilepsy can cause episodes of uncontrolled shaking. While a full-blown seizure is often dramatic and unmistakable, smaller, more subtle seizures can sometimes just look like a bout of intense shivering. Furthermore, serious viral illnesses like canine distemper can attack the nervous system and cause tremors as a primary symptom. A Chihuahua's small size makes them extremely vulnerable to toxins. Something that might only mildly upset a large dog could be fatal for them. Ingesting common household dangers, like chocolate, caffeine, xylitol, or certain houseplants, can cause a toxic reaction. Shivering and muscle tremors are classic signs of poisoning, often accompanied by vomiting, agitation, and a rapid heart rate. This is always a 5-alarm emergency that requires an immediate trip to the vet or emergency animal hospital. Can you imagine being so itchy that your whole body just quivers? Sometimes, shivering can be part of a severe allergic reaction. Whether it's a reaction to something in their food, pollen in the air, or even a flea bite, the intense discomfort and inflammation can cause some dogs to tremble. You'll usually see other clues as well, like frantic scratching, red and irritated skin, or an upset stomach. So, how do you know when to cuddle and when to call the doctor? Trust your instincts and become a keen observer of your dog's personal normal. You should definitely contact your veterinarian if you notice any of the following warning signs. Shivering from cold or excitement should pass. If the trembling is constant or happens for long periods, it's a major red flag. Shivering is one thing, but shivering accompanied by other symptoms is a whole different story. Be on high alert if you also see vomiting, diarrhea, a loss of appetite, extreme sleepiness, or any difficulty walking or standing. If your normally calm dog suddenly starts shivering for no apparent reason, pay close attention. A sudden behavioral change is often the first clue that something is medically amiss. If the shaking is accompanied by whimpering, crying, or if your dog recoils from your touch, it's a clear signal of pain. If there's even a remote possibility your Chihuahua ingested something toxic, don't wait. It's always better to be safe than sorry. If your Chihuahua is shivering, weak, and seems disoriented, and you suspect hypoglycemia, you can take immediate action. Rub a small amount of honey, maple syrup, or corn syrup directly onto their gums. This can provide a rapid sugar boost. This is a first aid measure, not a cure. You should still contact your vet immediately. By learning to read the language of the shiver, you can ensure your tiny, trembling friend gets the comfort, care, and medical attention they need to live their happiest, healthiest life right by your side.